Okay, so while we're here and we are in child's pose, we want to definitely connect to the breath in whatever variation of it that you're doing. Just connect to the flow of the breath. And then when you next exhale, look forward. And as you inhale, bring yourself up to sitting. Okay, so I'm sitting here on my heels in Vajrasana. You don't have to sit like that. You can sit differently. I'm going to sit here for about 5-ish minutes, so make sure you're comfortable. Okay, so what we do is we're going to start with a bit of breathing. So hands can be on the thighs, and we're going to use the hands to lift the shoulders and lift the chest as we inhale, and then bring the shoulders and the chest down as we exhale, with what known as Bhastrika, or the bellow breath. We're going to do 30 rounds of really deep breath in and out, followed by an external retention. External as in we're going to breathe out, not breathe, for about 30 seconds. If that feels too long, don't overdo it. If you need to breathe before I say so, please do so, okay? So let's begin. I'm going to count 30, so you don't have to worry about counting. You place your hands on your thighs. You can breathe in and out through the nose, by the way. You can breathe in and out through the mouth if you want to, or combine it in through the mouth, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just make it up. As long as you breathe in and out, that's the main thing. So hands in position. Let's take a normal breath in and breathe out. Now let's begin. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Deep breath in, let it go. Deep breath in, let it go. Inhale, let it go. Breathe in, let it go. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, that's 10. Exhale, keep going. Inhale, let it go. Deep breath in, let it go. Deep breath in, let it go. Deep breath in, let it go. Don't count. I'm doing the counting. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Deep breath in, let it go. Coming to 20, a deep breath in, let it go. Last 10, exhale, and 9, exhale, and 8. Keep going. 7, keep going. 6, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Now don't breathe. Relax your hands, sit tall and straight. Drop the chin down for a moment. Okay, about 30 seconds. Stay calm. This is how you feel. The hyperventilation, it makes sense that you feel a bit kind of strange, maybe a bit giddy, a bit uncomfortable. It's fine. It goes away very quickly. We're coming almost to 30 seconds. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And we're going to fill yourself up with the breath. Fill yourself up. Now hold the breath in. Contract the pelvic floor. Contract your belly. Contract the chest. Contract the throat. Contract your face. Lock the breath in the head for the count of 5, 4, 3. Squeeze everything. 2, and let it go. 1. Relax for a moment. Okay, 30 seconds is quite good. Yeah? For some people, it's quite too long. For some people, it's nothing. You know, so just be comfortable with what you're doing. If it feels too long, just breathe in before. What we do with the hyperventilation, we are kind of shocking the system, so you do feel a bit uncomfortable when you do so. Okay, it's kind of normal to feel a bit uncomfortable. There's all these hormones rushing through your body, cortisol, adrenaline, and they make you feel kind of on edge, literally on edge. So just watch it, be calm. We'll do one more round, and then we're going to move on. So hands in position. Let's begin. Take a normal breath in, and then breathe out, prepare. And here we go. A deep breath in, let it go. Keep going. Charging your body. Already on 10. Now 20, it might be tingling in your body. You might be feeling a bit of giddiness. You might be feeling some funny sensation in your face. That's fine. It's normal. That's 4. And 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. Empty the breath. Don't breathe. Pause. Close your eyes. Stay calm. Let everything settle. Relax in your shoulders. Relax in your neck. Relax your jaw. And definitely relax your belly here. Don't firm the belly. Let it release. Release your diaphragm. Stay calm. And just notice how your body gradually getting more comfortable. So we're coming to 30 seconds. If you need to breathe, please do so. Otherwise, maybe hold for another 15. If you need to breathe. If you don't, stay. Stay calm. Coming to the last 5, 4, 3, 2. Don't be in a rush. 1, slowly inhale, lifting the breath from pelvic floor. Keep breathing belly, keep breathing chest, keep breathing throat, keep breathing head. Now hold the breath in and contract pelvic floor, contract your belly, contract your chest, contract your throat, contract the head, and push all that breath out into your head and hold it here. Lock it into the count of 5. Squeeze everything in. 4. Squeeze even more. Push the breath up into the pineal gland. 3, 2, and let it go. 1. Back to normal breath now. Okay, we kind of shock the body a bit, or a lot. We're walking it up, and now we can go deeper into it. So from where you are, slowly get yourself to downward facing dog. Okay, so coming into downward facing dog now. And of course, my dog is a bit wriggly. Your dog might be a bit wriggly too. So feel free to move through it. Have a bit of a dingo wild dog here. As you're using the pose to ease yourself. So not a static, but a dynamic dog. Breathing into your body while holding the movement continuously. Holding your attention of where you are moving into. Now let's slowly come to normal downward facing dog. Looking at your hands, spread your fingers wide, pressing your thumbs firmly into the floor, pressing your index fingers firmly into the floor. You can lift the other 3 up a bit. Relax your head down a bit, let your head sink towards the floor. Let your spine sink down towards the crown of the head, towards the floor. Then ripple forwards to a plank. Hold your plank here. Keeping your arms straight, keeping your tailbone slightly under. Push the hands into the floor. Lift your chest up to the ceiling, doming the upper back, holding a tucked plank. Take a deep breath in, then push back to downward facing dog. Okay, so we do 5 chaturangas. The first 5 we'll do with the knees down. So again, come forwards, ripple to a plank. This time, let your knees come down to the floor, and you can lift your feet up a bit. Bend your elbows, brushing the ribs with your elbows as you bend them, then straighten the arms. That's 1. Okay, bend your elbows down, coming up 2. Bend your elbows, almost there, 3. Last 2. Coming up, and last 1, and hold, stay low, release your feet, tuck the toes, push forwards, lift your knees, and now you're in an upward facing dog. So modified chaturanga, we use the knees, and we moved into the upward facing dog. Holding upward facing dog, just like the downward dog, move a bit through it. So you can kind of move freely, exploring the pose, exploring how your body feels here in this back bend. Checking with your arms, your legs, obviously with your back. And once you feel fairly comfortable, pause for just 2 breaths, or deep breath in, and breathe out. Last breath in, And then we go into downward dog, using the knees down, tuck your toes, hips back towards the heels, lift the knees, and downward facing dog. So a modified way to go back to downward facing dog. Obviously, we're all different. If you need the modifications, you have your knees, use them. Relax the head here, give it a shake. Then we do it again, ripple forwards to a plank. The optional, keep the knees off the floor, stay in a plank as we do 5 more chaturangas, or use your knees on the floor as before. So bend your elbows, chaturanga, and press back to plank 5. Again, bend your elbows, 4. Keep going, brush the elbows into the ribs, 3. Last 2. Come up. And last one, stay down, push forwards over your toes. One more time, upward facing dog. Take 1 breath in and 1 breath out. If you need to use your knees, otherwise come back to chaturanga, press to a plank, and then downward facing dog. All right. So feet a bit closer to each other. Let's get going. Lifting your right leg high as you inhale, come high on the ball of the left foot. Breathe in. And as you exhale, left heel towards the floor, best as you can. Do 3 of those. So lift the heel up and lower it down. 2. And again, pulse up as you inhale and lower the heel down. 3. Then lift the heel up, hold it up, breathe in. And draw the right knee into your nose. Come to a tiger. As the knee comes to the nose, shoulders come forwards. Hold it here for 3. And 2. And 1 foot back, plank. Use your knees if you need to. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Over the toes, upward dog. Maybe back to downward dog with the knees, maybe back to chaturanga, and then downward facing dog. Oh gosh, I can start to feel my arms now. So let's do the left leg quickly. Left leg goes up as you inhale, come high on the ball of the right foot, and then lower right heel to the floor. 3. Pulsing, lift the heel up, inhale. Lower down. 2. Keep that left leg high. Lift the heel up, inhale, and lower down. 3. Then lift the heel, right heel high as you inhale, and left knee to the nose, shoulders forward, holding the tiger to the count of 3. Shoulders forwards. 2. And 1. Step back plank. And 1 last time here, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. And then possibly chaturanga, plank, and downward facing dog. Let's walk those hands back to the feet. Coming towards the back of your mat. Grab your elbows, relax your arms. Maybe bend your knees a bit. Relax and release. Give your head a shake. Calming yourself down here. Relax your arms all the way down, so kind of gorilla arms. And if your hands are on the floor, see if you can bring the back of the hands on the floor and press them lightly. If you need to bend your knees for that, that's fine. Just try to stretch your wrists a bit here. Calming the breath. As part of kind of the resilience here, we want to be able to connect to the breath and control the movement of the mind by controlling the breath. Let's release the hands. Look forwards, walk your hands forwards, come into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring the feet a bit closer to each other, and this time send your right leg high as you inhale, but then turn the toes and the knee out towards the right. This feels different on your left leg mainly, so lift left heel up as you inhale, and just once, lower the heel down towards the floor. And the further left your right heel goes, the deeper the stretch on the inner left thigh and on the outer right arm. So feels okay, stay. If it's too much, obviously move that right foot further right. If it's not enough, look at your right hand, come to fingertips and walk that hand further forwards. It's a massive stretch. Another deep breath in. Right hand on the floor, square your hips, right knee towards the nose. And again, we're holding here to the count of 3. Push the floor, 2, and 1 step to a plank. Find your variation of chaturanga. Upward dog, of course, that can be a cobra. And make your way back to downward facing. Same thing, Left leg, so feet a bit closer to each other. Left leg reaches high as you inhale. Point the toes and the knee towards the left and move your heel towards the right. Either stay in here or look at your left hand, come to fingertips, walk the hand a bit forwards. Breathe into your left side. One last breath, hands down. Knee towards the nose as you square your hips. Hold it here for 3. Push the floor 2. And 1 step back plank. One more time, chaturanga. Upward dog as you inhale. And downward dog as you exhale. Okay, coming to the front of the mat. So walk forwards, step forwards, hop forwards. Just get yourself forwards, feet together this time. Big toes touching. Hands sliding onto the shins. Forwards as you inhale, chin reaching away from pubic bone. And as you exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. Lift the kneecaps, lift the thighs, and inhale, rise to standing. Okay, standing tall and straight. Relax the arm by your side. Enjoy the breath. So before we carry on, finding your inner compass here, so connecting to heart center. Maybe touch the breastbone just for a moment to feel that area. And once you feel it, try to breathe into it. Remind yourself who you are, what you are, why you're here, and where you want to go. So the practice is a guide. The responsibility is in you to be sensible, to modify the practice, to make it suitable for you. So always take responsibility to do what you can do, what you should do, and not what you shouldn't. Inspired, but don't feel really the need to copy. Okay, we'll do a few sun salutation A. So open your eyes, reach the arms up as you inhale, look up. And as you exhale, spill forwards, hands towards the floor. Keep your legs straight if you need to, or bend them if you need to. Look forwards as you inhale. From here, stepping right, then left back, to plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Upward dog as you inhale. And then coming back to downward facing dog. I'm adding chaturangas today. Not really sure why. I kind of feel like it. You don't really have to. So hold it here, breathing in. Staying here, breathing out. Take another breath in. Breathe out. Send your right leg high as you inhale. Look forwards, right foot to the hands, left foot to the hands, step forwards and forward as you exhale. Rise to standing. You can have your knees bent. You can keep them straight. Look up as you inhale. Open wide and forward, hands to floor. Look forwards, inhale. Stepping left, then right to plank. Find your variation of chaturanga. If you don't want to do upward dog, there's always a cobra or a locust. Come into it as you breathe in, and then into downward dog as you breathe out. Hold it here, breathing in. Connecting to the breath, breathe out. Stay in here, expand the belly and the chest. Contracting pelvic floor and lower belly as you exhale. One more deep breath in. And then exhale. Look forwards, left leg goes up, foot to the hands. Right foot joins the left as you fold forwards. Exhale. Rise to standing, reach the arms, look up. And one more time, fold all the way down towards the floor as you exhale. Look forwards as you inhale. If you want to hop now, maybe hop to a plank. And lower down, chaturanga. One more time, upward dog as you breathe in. And then back into downward dog as you breathe out. Okay, so hold it here for a few moments. And what we do is we're going to look at the hands and take the hands about a foot further back towards the feet. So shorten your dog, bring the feet a bit closer to each other, and then send your right leg up. Now keeping the right leg as straight as you can, turn the toes and the knee towards the right. We've done this before, but now the left hand is much closer. So hold it here and try to lift that right heel higher. Breathing deep into the inner left thigh. Breathing in and breathing out. Take one more breath. Square the hips. Bring the right knee into the nose. Shift the weight forwards now because your hands are much closer. Maybe take the shoulders past the wrists and then step the right foot between the hands. Keep your left heel off the floor. Look forwards, find your balance, and then rise to a high lunge. Hold it here, bend your left knee deep, breathing in. Now try to stay low, kick that left leg as straight as you can. If you're feeling a bit wobbly, bring the feet wider so they're at least hip width apart, if not even more. Take one more breath here, reach your arms up, ribs away from hips, and hands on the floor. We'll step into a plank, but optional one-legged plank, so right toes are off the floor. Then bend your elbows, maybe one-legged chaturanga. Then with both feet on the floor, into an upward dog. And then back into downward facing dog. Okay, we're repeating the same thing on the other side. The first thing is the hands location. So look at your hands and take them closer to your feet. Shorten your dog. Now it's easier for your heels to be on the floor. Keeping your right heel low, send your left leg up, and then turn the thigh outwards. Your toes and your knee are pointing left. Lifting that leg as high as you can. Relaxing the right shoulder a bit lower. Breathe. Send that leg high, breathe another breath. Square the hips, look forwards. Left knee comes to the nose, the shoulders come really far forwards, and then the foot comes to the hands. Again, arrange your feet wider if you need to maintain your balance. Once you got the balance, rise to a high lunge, reach the arms up. Reach the ribs up, bend the right knee generously, then try to kick that leg straight while staying low. Deep breath in, breathing out. One more breath in. And hands on the floor. Step your left leg back, either touch the floor or hover in one-legged plank. Bend your elbows to a chaturanga, then with both feet down, upward dog inhale. Potentially coming back through a chaturanga to a plank, and then downward facing dog. All right, now let's take the hands further back. So look at the hands, take them about a foot back, and then take them another foot back. So they're much closer to your feet. Maybe a foot and a half, maybe just under, maybe just over. Feet come close together, and then sending that right leg up, and turn the knee and the toes towards the right. The left hand ideally is underneath left shoulder. And now we're going to try to play with some balance here. Almost lost it already. So come into your right fingertips. Keeping your right toes and your right knee pointing right. Take the right arm out to the side, to the right. Keep looking at the floor, don't lose your balance. Then try to lift that right arm up towards the ceiling. You can have your left hand on the block. You can bend your left knee. It's half noon, basically. Another breath here, that's a bit an awkward one. Bring the right hand down to the floor. Draw the right knee into the nose. Shift more weight forwards, coming to your fingertips. And send the leg back as you inhale. Walk the hands forwards. Bring the knee again towards the nose, coming to fingertips. And place the foot between your hands. Now settle left heel on the floor. Adjust your hips for warrior one. Hips pointing forwards. Reach your arms up as you inhale. This time the palms come together. Looking at the thumbs, breathing in. Hold it here, draw the navel back, breathing out. Take another breath, look at your thumbs. Hands on the floor. Plank, one-legged plank. Lower down chaturanga. Finding your upward dog or cobra as you breathe in. And make your way back to downward facing dog. Okay, same thing other side. So walking the hands back until they're about a foot from your toes. Now the left leg goes up and the left knee and toes are pointing left. Find your balance, bend your right knee if you need to, get a block underneath your right hand if you need to, and then come to your left fingertips. Maintain your balance, left hand goes left. Okay, so kind of challenging your balance here, maybe lifting the left arm up. Whoop, don't fall. Hold it. Move into your inner right thigh. Take one last breath. Left hand on the floor, right knee in towards the nose. Come into your fingertips pretty much. Send the leg behind. Walk the hands forwards, normal tiger, knee to the nose. Then foot to the hands. Settle right heel on the floor. Adjust your hips so they're facing forwards, and then rising to warrior one. Arms together, arms up, head back. 3 breaths. Deep breath in. Reach the ribs up, breathing out. Deep breath in, calm yourself down. Breathing out. Last breath in. As you exhale, hands on the floor. One-legged plank. One-legged chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Back to chaturanga, plank. Then downward facing dog. All right. Let's take one deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Inhale, step or lightly hop to the front of the mat. And then fold over your legs. Slowly rise to standing as you inhale. Reach the arms, look up, palms together, and arms by your side. Close your eyes and find the breath. Deep breath into the chest. Join navel and pelvic floor as you exhale. Take expansion as you breathe in. Maybe hold the breath for a moment, then decide when you want to breathe out. Maybe staying empty for a moment, then decide when you want to breathe in. The idea is to use the breath to control the activity of your mind, the energy of your body. Empower yourself. Get behind the wheel and decide where your ship is going, where your car is going, where your life is going. Okay, we're going to flow through salutation B here. So if your eyes open first, of course, bend your knees and find Utkatasana, chair pose as you inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, spill forwards, head down. Look forwards, breathe in. Go into Chaturanga, so step back, hop back, and bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Upward dog as you inhale. And downward dog as you exhale. Left heel on the floor, right foot to the hands. Rise to warrior one as you inhale, look up. And hands on the floor, plank, chaturanga, upward dog inhale, and downward dog exhale. Same thing other side. Right foot on the floor, left foot to your hands. Rise to warrior one, inhale, reach the arms, look up. Step into a plank, maybe one-legged plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga, upward dog inhale, and downward dog exhale. Hold it here for 2. And 1. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, front of the mat. And exhale, forward. With the knees touching, chair pose, inhale, reach up. And stand tall as you exhale. Do 1 more. Bend the knees, inhale, chair. And exhale, spill forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Find your way there. Upward dog, inhale. And downward dog, exhale. The left heel down, right foot to the hands. Warrior one. Rise as you inhale. Moving through a vinyasa, hands down. Step back, plank, lower down. Upward dog, breathing in. And downward dog, breathing out. Right heel on the floor. Left foot to your hands. Again, rise to warrior one as you inhale, reach up. Hands on the floor to chaturanga, to an upward facing, and back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Deep breath in, breathing out. Deep breath in, breathing out. One last breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, front of the mat, step or slightly float. Folding over your legs with the exhalation. With the knees bent, chair pose, reach the arms, look up. Standing tall and straight. Take a moment, close your eyes. If you're feeling a bit unbalanced, look at the floor. Feel the energy moving through your body. Feel yourself present and alive. Calm and composed, yet full of energy, full of life. It's good to feel alive. Okay, we're going to carry on into standing postures that will help us towards the compass pose. Let's start here with the eyes open, reaching the arms and look up. And as you exhale, open wide and fold hands to the floor. Look forward as you breathe in, and step your right leg back. Bring the heel to the floor, front knee is bent, adjust your feet for warrior two. I repeat the alignment even though you might have heard it millions of times. Heel to back arch is the deepest. Heel to heel, slightly easier. Bit of space between your heels, easier. Reach your right arm forwards, up and back, warrior two. Okay, so we're going to negate the arms here, rest them on your hips. Don't worry about the arms for now. Legs. Starting with that front leg, the knees bent, the leg doesn't have to be 90. Now look at the front toes, keep the toes and the ball of the foot on the floor, lift your front heel off the floor. I know. So that will definitely engage your calf here, and you feel your quad a bit more, your hip might kind of talk to you as well. Just staying here for a moment. So loading that front leg. Heels up, maybe a millimeter, maybe more, doesn't matter. Shoulders are in line with the right edge of your mat, and big smile on your face. Take another breath. Heel down, that's why you were smiling, and lean back into revolve warrior. Breathing in, and breathing out. Straighten the front leg and adjust your feet for triangle pose. Generally speaking, the back foot turns in a bit, but it might need to be a bit closer. Don't go just yet. Lift your left thigh up, lock the kneecap, dip your left hip down, and then that left arm reaches forwards by itself. Hold it here as you inhale. Feel the front and the inner left leg. Take another breath. Then release the hand not too low. Kind of mid-chin is good for now. Roll the right shoulder back and lift the right arm up. Easy triangle pose. Looking up towards the palm is optional. Okay, so staying here in an easy triangle pose so you can really feel the front leg, mainly inner thigh. Take another breath. Then roll in your right arm. I was about to say left, your right arm behind, and reach the arm behind, aiming towards the inner left thigh. So if you got the hand on your thigh, pull the thigh out, rotate it. Now rebend that left knee and lean back into revolve warrior with the hand behind your back. Hold it here. Breathing in and breathing out. Take another breath. And then reach that left arm forwards and bring the fingertips either to the floor against the inside of the foot, if that's not available, on a block. If that's still not available, forearm on the thigh. So side angle pose. We're opening that right shoulder still. Take another breath. Releasing that right hand from behind. Lift it up as you inhale. And reach it over your ear as you exhale, full pose. So to go deeper towards the compass pose, if possible, try to get that left hand to the inside of the left foot and push the shoulder into your thigh to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. That will help the pose. That doesn't work for you, do something else. There's other variations. And if possible, go for a bind. So the right arm goes up, the right shoulder rolls in, the hand goes behind your back, and the left arm goes underneath the thigh to say hello to the right hand. If they can't reach, use a belt between your hands. The main thing here is not to face the floor, is to face the right of the chest or even the ceiling. Now look at your back foot and slowly bring the foot closer, almost close to the distance of triangle pose. And please be careful here. Start by lifting your left heel. Okay, loading that left leg. This might be it. You don't have to go further. If your hamstrings, if your inner thigh muscles are okay, Bring the heel down and slowly try to straighten that front leg. That is a massive stretch. It might not work, don't hurt yourself. And take responsibility. Bound triangle pose is very big stretch. If it doesn't work, the knees bent. Your hands might be holding the belt. Wherever you are, just take one last breath. Rebend the knee, release the hands, rescue yourself into revolve warrior as you breathe in. Stay in here, breathe out and smile. Take one more breath. A half moon pose. So left hand will be either on the floor or on the block. And we're coming to balance on half moon. Back a bit, so I won't bash my head into the wall. So hand about the foot further forwards and to the left of your little toe. Right foot is off the floor. Right toes, right knee pointing right, and then maybe right arm reaches up. Hold it here. And if you got the balance, reaching that right arm over your ear for a big stretch. Wall here, so I'm using it, I'm pushing into the wall, I'm swaying a bit here, but that's okay. Whoa! Lost it. Never mind. Start again. So find your balance. The wall didn't help actually. Excuse me, never mind. I'm smiling. It's good to fall because then you realize what didn't work and you change it. So one last breath. Then both hands to the floor. We're squaring the hips and dropping the right foot and heel on the floor behind you, not too far, for an easy forward fold. So maybe 2.5, 3 feet distance between your feet. Dropping the forehead over that left chin. Relaxing down, breathing calmly. If comfortable, the hands can go further back. So you're literally hugging that left leg with your chest, with your heart. One last breath here. Let's come out. So if you don't want to do vinyasa, go straight to downward dog. Otherwise, step into a plank, lower down, upward facing dog as you inhale. And then maybe another chaturanga plank, then downward facing dog. Okay, before we do the other side, left leg goes up as you inhale, left leg, bring the foot to your hands. Now turn towards the right for straddle, Prasharita Padottanasana, AKA straddle. So feet about leg distance apart, fingertips on the floor underneath your shoulders. Forwards as you inhale, smile, and exhale, fold. Dropping down, relaxing down, and breathing. Make sure you are on your feet, so all the weight is on your legs. The hands are there just to stop you from falling. Use your legs here. Just carry on working one last moment here on the left leg. See if you can take the left hand to your calf, left calf, and the right hand towards your left ankle. So I know it looks different on the screen, but it's my left hand on my left calf, my right hand on my right heel, and I'm trying to bring my head towards the right shin. Okay, so I can feel my left hamstrings here and my inner thigh muscles here. Now, if comfortable, keep your right hand on your left foot. Bring the left hand to the floor between the right arm and the left shin. There it goes. And then that hand creeps towards the other leg. And the head, if possible, goes underneath the arm. Okay, one last breath there. Let's release the hands. I'm turning to the other side to make it easy for me. You can do the same, or you can turn to the first side. So I'm turning and I'm stepping to downward dog, and I'm going to add a vinyasa just for good measure. Okay, there we go. That was the vinyasa. I'm going to hold it in downward dog and just check that my legs are still attached. That left leg definitely feels different to the right. So one last thing here for the left leg. So bring your left foot to your hands. Keep the hands down and just rock a bit here in an easy lizard. So you're kind of loading the front leg, but just moving through it so it's not too difficult. We're going to finish at the front of the mat. So step forwards, feet together. Look forwards as you inhale and forward over your legs. So you can have the hands on the floor. You can hold the back of your legs. You can hold your big toes. Just draw yourself in and see if you can load more weight into the balls of the feet rather than your heels. But don't tip forwards. It will not be very comfortable to walk, might wipe out all that blood or the sweat off the floor. So keep looking forwards or just bring your hands forwards. Don't fall, don't hurt yourself. Let's rise all the way to standing. Next time you breathe in, reach up. And then arms by your side as you exhale. Okay, take a moment here. Calmly breathing. We're going to work on the other leg. So when you're ready, arms reach up as you breathe in. Then open wide and forward, hands to the floor. Look forwards as you inhale, half lift. We step in that left leg back. We know how to arrange the feet for warrior two. So front knee bend, left arm reaches forwards, up and back, warrior two. Turning the chest towards the left edge of the mat, and then bring the hands on your hips. Okay. Adjust your feet so you're comfortable, focusing on that front leg. You can even touch your quad with your hand. And as you come to the next bit, as you lift your heel up, you feel that your leg is coming to life here. Heels up a little bit or a lot, either way the leg is active. Just a few moments holding here, keeping your shoulders facing left, keeping the breath deep and calm, keeping your spirit high. When you're ready, the heel comes down to the floor and we're going into revolve warrior. Then we're going to straighten the front leg, adjust the feet a bit, preparing for triangle pose. Keeping the right arm up, keeping the right side long, dip the right hip down, reach forwards, loading the front leg now, because the arm is up. So contract the quad, contract your kneecap, lift it up, breathe into your inner thigh, then bring the hand not too low, mid-chin is good. Turn towards the ceiling and reaching your left arm up. Okay, holding triangle pose. Next time we'll be in this pose, we might go for a bind, but if you know that the bound triangle is way too much, you just repeat either this variation or maybe take that right hand lower. Don't do any damage to your precious body. Take one more breath. Roll that shoulder behind, bring the hand to your lower back, or catch the inner right thigh and pull your shoulder, open up your chest. Bend that front knee and revolve warrior with the hand behind the back. Hold it here, breathing in. Breathing out. If you know that you need a belt for the bind, get the belt now and hold it behind in anticipation. Start to reach forward with your right hand. The fingertips can't reach the floor. Use the block. Get the hand to the inside of the leg now and try to rotate your chest up to the ceiling. So you should be squishing your left fingers between your obliques and your thigh. You contract the obliques, that's the idea. From here, release the hand, reach it up as you inhale, and reach it over your ear. Good, steady breath here, holding this pose. If you really want to, think of your front heel already lifted up. If it's too much, just wait, we'll do it later. Then reaching your left arm up, roll the shoulder, hand behind the back, and if possible, going for that bind. So lower hand ideally holds the back hand's wrist, top hand's wrist, whether your right heel is on the floor up. Just another moment here. Place the heel down, adjust your feet. Ideally, it should be a bit closer to make it possible and then pressing into the right heel, aiming to straight that right leg. Definitely feel that one. Just a few breaths here. That's too much, obviously, just do a normal triangle pose, last breath. Bend the knee a bit from here to the half moon. So right hand will be on the floor, about a foot in front and to the right of your little toe. Step up to it, left toes pointing left, and maybe left arm reaches up, or maybe left arm reaches over. Open up your left side. It's fine to bend that right knee. One last breath. When you're ready, you're going to drop back, bring the toes to the floor, bring the heel to the floor, pull back and straighten that front leg in Parshvattanasana, in pyramid pose. Hands can go back as you drop over the thigh. Relax into it. Take another breath. Let it go. Last breath. Then bend the knee, and we're turning this time to the left edge of the mat. I'm still facing the screen. Fingertips underneath the shoulders, look forwards as you inhale and smile. And one more time, Prasarita. So fold in the straddle, taking the hands back or taking the hands on your legs. Drop the head low. It really doesn't have to touch the floor. So our focus is on our right leg now. Let's see if we can go deeper there. Come back to fingertips. Look forwards as you breathe in. Now taking your right hand to your right calf and left hand towards your left ankle and head towards your right shin. Now we've got a big stretch on the left side of the body. That's stage one. In stage two, the right hand goes between the leg and the arm to the floor and it creeps towards your left foot. You don't have to touch the foot, of course. And then what we're trying to do is to get the head underneath that left arm. That's the tricky balance. Oh, I lost my focus. Sorry about the nose. So turn and really try to breathe into the left side of your body as you squeeze the right. One last breath. Release the hands. We're going to go straight into the lizard here. So turn forwards, right foot on the floor, pointing forwards, left hand against, sorry, both hands against the inside of the foot. I'm rocking here. And from here, I'm going to add a vinyasa again. You don't have to, but if you want to, go straight to downward dog or plank, a low plank, upward dog, maybe another chaturanga plank, and then a downward facing dog. And again, walk it out a bit. Breathing into the right leg muscles, into the left obliques, left side of the rib cage. Everything feels a bit better. Let's find and release here. So bring both knees on the floor. Forwards as you breathe in. And go to child's pose for a moment, squishing your legs. Okay, before we carry on, kind of respecting the knees and adjusting if needed, because we don't want to hurt your knees. We want to open the legs a bit more here. I'm going to come up to sitting. I'm going to send my right leg straight forwards. So I can either sit on my left heel, that feels uncomfortable. Don't have to sit on it, I can be a bit higher. Okay, so first of all, half split. So whether you're up or sitting on the heel, doesn't matter. Just focus on straightening that front leg. Bring your hands on the floor, then try to lift that heel So we're trying to lift the right heel up. The further forward your hands are, the lower your head is, the harder it will be to lift the heel. So do what you can, lift that heel up, hold it for 3, 2, and 1, release the heel and fold over your leg. Okay, so stay here, relax down. Do it one more time. So if your knee's hurting, left knee, be upright, don't sit on the heel. Again, the further forward your hands are, the harder it will be to lift the heel. Just modify and get what you need. Lift that heel up, hold it here for 3, 2, 1, release the heel and fold. It tends to kind of cramp on the right quad here. Common, it tends to sometimes cramp in your belly or hip flexors. So you can always kind of give it a little bash, give it a bit of release, or just, just wait for it to go in. Okay, we're going to change it up. So we're going to not go up vinyasa here, just literally step back. We're taking child's pose. Relax for a moment. And now let's come up and switch it up. So sitting on the right heel, left leg comes forwards. Adjust, of course, if your right knee is not comfortable. Look forwards as you inhale, and then fold. So hamstrings mainly here. And then an activation to make it a bit easier to override the stretch reflex. So hands not too far forwards, maybe lean back a bit, lift that left heel up, hold it here for 3, 2, 1, release and fold. And one more time, maybe be a bit more adventurous if that feels okay. Take the hands further forwards, don't lean so far back. When you're ready, lift that left heel up. And again, hold it here for 3, 2, 1, release and relax. And one more time, come out, step it back and go to child's pose. And when you're ready, slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Just to make it easier for you, I hope, I'm going to become the mirror now. So my left is going to be called right and my right is going to be called left. So hopefully that will not confuse you any more than it will confuse me. So I want all my props within reach. Got my blanket here, got my Glock, got my belt. It's already in anticipation. All I need to do is to stay seated on my right heel and send my left leg out towards the left. This is one option, or if it's okay, sit to the inside of your heel. So you're on the floor. If your hips don't like it, you can sit on the blanket. Or blanket is not high enough, sit on a block. So that makes it easier. So here we go. So left hand, right hand, sorry, next behind you. Left arm reaches up as you inhale, lean back. Then reach forwards towards your left big toe and drop your left elbow to the inside of your left leg. If it's already too far to reach, this is where you get the belt, and you use the belt instead of your hand. This is the first time. Right hand is by your side. Just staying here. Either repeat or bring your left hand on the floor against the inside of the left leg. Reach your right arm up, lean a bit towards the right, and lift your left heel off the floor. Ooh, that's a bit harder, of course. Breathe in. Reach that right hand even more, and then as you fold, reach the right hand towards the outside of your foot, as in aiming the hand to the little toe. The right hand can either, sorry, the left hand can either hold the big toe, or it could reach your right knee. So I'm trying to get my shoulder, left shoulder, against the inside of the left knee, which is pretty much what compass pose is asking me to do. Now I want to add a detail here that will be very useful in the pose. Think of your left thigh and push it into your left shoulder, kind of pushing the shoulder forward. And contract your left obliques as much as you can to open up your right side. Take another breath and get yourself out of there. We're going to go straight into the pose in this side. So again, you might still be sitting on the cushion to make it easier, but we're going to send the right leg forwards to make the knee happier. Okay, so it goes like that. We're going to either sit on the cushion or not. We're going to bend the left knee, bring the hands on the foot, and take the knee a bit further back. Then left hand goes underneath and in front, and you use your forearm or your upper arm to push back into the thighs, stage one. Now, if you know you need a belt, you get a belt. You place the belt on your left foot and hold it with your right hand. Watch out for metal buckles. Get your right elbow up and peek underneath the belt. Forgot the block. That's annoying. So taking the block towards the left side. Okay, we'll need it here. For the left hand, I'm going to put the hand on the block. I'm going to kick that left leg straight. Okay, and then push the shoulder down with my knee. So that's my variation here. I got my blanket underneath me for support. I got the belt to make it easier to hold the leg. I got the block here to make it easier for my left arm. Nothing about this is easy, it's just easier. Okay, compass pose. So ideally, you either look up towards the ceiling over your right elbow, or you can look towards your left toes. Take another breath. Now bend that knee. Let go of the belt for a moment and try to load the calf over your shoulder. If it doesn't reach, tricep is fine too. Just for a moment, either stay here, both hands on the floor, or press into the hands, lift your butt up, drag the right heel backwards until your hips are behind your hands, and then maybe lift that foot up. So this is the elephant trunk. Pull your belly in, try to think of cat. Round in, round in, round in, then release down and relax right in your core. So let's reach the arms up and stretch the belly. Big toes together, legs don't have to be straight. Taking a deep breath in, then relax the belly as you fold. Don't have to hold on to the feet. You can bend the knees, you can use the belt here. Just try to relax down. And when you're ready, bring yourself up. So everything is ready still, all the props. We're doing the other side. So right leg goes right and left knee bends and the foot goes behind you, toes pointing back. And as I did with the other side, I'm going to sit on my blanket just to make it easier. Okay, so to begin with, I got my left hand on the floor behind me while right arm reaches up. And take a deep breath in. Then reaching that right arm forwards towards the big toe. Use the belt, of course, if you can't reach it. Breathe in. Then bend the elbow and try to drop lower. Left hand on the hip, squeezing your right side. And so that's a really kind of good prerequisite to the pose. It's a big stretch for your inner right leg. Shoulder opens, the chest rotates, it's a twist here. Then bring yourself up. And if you want to go deeper, left hand against the inside of the thigh, right hand reaches up, and I'm trying to lift my heel off the floor here. Breathing in, activating that front leg. Breathing out, release down, holding the big toe, reaching the left arm up as you inhale, reach it over your ear towards the outside of your foot. As we did with the other side, your right hand can move towards your left thigh, so the shoulder is low, and then you reach over and you push your shoulder with your knee. So right knee is pushing down to the shoulder, and you try to twist. If you can't hold it here, don't try to do it in the pose itself. Just use a belt. Take one more breath. Then bring yourself up. Okay, so let's straighten that left leg forwards. And we got belt, we got the block. So the block is on the right side. I'm going to either stay seated on the cushion or on the floor. And I'm going to bend my right knee, aim to load the calf on the shoulder or close to it. Then with the belt, if you don't need the belt, of course, don't use the belt. I'm holding the foot. I'm pointing my left elbow up. My right hand is on the block. I'm trying to get my head underneath. Get rid of some of that slack. Okay, so I'm going to kick the leg up and roll the thigh in at the same time. So I can look up towards the left, I can look up towards the right. Of course, if you don't need the belt, your hand is holding the foot. If you don't need that block, your hand can be on the floor. Just trying to get your right shoulder to the inside of the thigh. This is the compass pose. Take another breath, and let's get out of there. Bend the knee, go off the belt, either hold, literally hold the foot, or bring the hands on the floor, or lift your butt, or drag the hips back and lift the heel off the floor, hold in here, pull the belly in, round your back for 3, 2, and 1. Relax down, and with a big smile, release. This time, both feet come together. And if you need to elevate your hips to make it easier, do so. And if you need to go deep, so either way, reaching the arms up as you inhale, stretch your belly. And as you exhale, release down. Okay, so now relax down into it, into a comfortable space. Super. Good space. Steady breath here, in whichever position you are in. Okay, we're going to come up and just give the knees a bit of a shake. Hold the feet on the ankles and just shake your knees a bit. Make sure they still work. And we're going to go and lie on our back to release. So you can keep the soles of the feet together as you ease yourself on your back. But if that's not comfortable, have your legs straight. So lying on your back in a comfortable way, resting one hand on your belly, the other hand on the chest. Slow the breath down. So that was it. Compass pose. We prepare to it in loads of ways, in lots of variations. Compass pose is symbolic pose, symbolic gesture to find your inner compass. You don't really have to stretch your legs to do that. You just have to stretch your mind and bring it down to your heart. I'm not sure which one is easier. They both need practice. Regular practice, commitment over a period of time will bring results. Maybe you're ready, straighten both legs, release your arms. And let go of all tension in your body, but keep your mind at the heart. Keep breathing into your heart center, finding your power center, source of wisdom, source of motivation, the source of insight, your inner compass. Slowing your breath down. So if you feel that you need to stay here longer, please do. Rest for as long as you need to. If you feel ready to move on with the rest of your day, then slowly hug your legs in and gently rock from side to side, waking up your spine. Squeezing your toes and releasing them, squeezing your fingers and releasing them. When you're ready, open your eyes, roll to the side, and bring yourself up to sitting. Okay, so let's sit tall for a moment in a comfortable way. Hands to heart center, sitting tall and straight. Close your eyes and bring that smile onto your face. This is it. Compass pose, all its variations, all its preparations. Another opportunity to touch in, to look in, to honor the divine within, to find the source of your inner wisdom. Bow your head to it, honor it.